No recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams close.
Well, there is a definite chill in the Northern California air, Coach, but still a wonderful afternoon for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
My 52. I'm coming. Check. Back. Hey, alert.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 29-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Carson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Leo.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shit.
Go out. Snap.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Watch a slap, watch a slap.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson.
Check.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Carson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hug.
Pull it together. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check Nick.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's... And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
This will be fielded at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Alert.
Now a give, right side. Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
21 yards. First down, Seattle.
Hey, alert. Hug. Hey, Alpha.
Switch.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Rosen will throw. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. After 1, it's 9-0.
With the score, Seahawks 9.
Ready up. Rock it.
Here we go.
Tight dog. Bang. Gone.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lock. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hard.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Good one, able to haul it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. 10 Nova.
53. Mike 53. I got you, punk. Shit. Check it back. Check it back.
Bam. Shoot.
3rd and 2. Locke's going to throw. Got his man. That's Harry. His first catch. Good for 9 and a first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Leo.
From the 22, Locke. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Bravo.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Alert. Check that. We're Mike 52 right here. You better be afraid of me. You better.
Now it's Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. 33 yards that time. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. On 2nd and 10, Rosen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down.
Check 13. Check 13.
Shift. Check. Check. Deuce.
Kill. Slam. Rock it. Now.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Steps away to his left. And he finds a man in a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go now. Go on. 70, Indy. Check 37.
Check. Crunch. Check. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, switch gears.
Hey, lock it. Get it.
On 1st down, it's Harrison. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Wide, get wide. He's coming.
From midfield, here's Locke. And he comes back with one complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Locke going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Underwood. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke firing quickly here, and that's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check 24. Check your hot read.
Roll out.
Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Under 10. 10. Watch the twist. Check safety.
Look. Squeeze. Ready.
Again, it's Locke. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Switch it, switch it, switch it.
Rock it!
Sponge. No. Slam. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping.
Gone!
Back.
Shoot!
Locked to throw for it on fourth. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go. Mike 52.
Here we go!
Check.
Alert!
Check hot route. Hot.
Hey, alert!
Now Rosen. He'll find Metcalf. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Rosen now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
80. Get it.
Five!
52.
To throw is Rosen. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go again.
Hey, quarter.
Watch the shit.
Hey, Delta!
Watch the shit. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Check. Motion.
Mike 52!
Again, it's Rosen. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Let's go, defense.
To throw again on second down. Rosen, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Gary Jennings, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Set 50, plant.
Man, that's trash. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Hard.
Watch the whip. He's coming. Double.
Throwing on first down is Locke. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 25 on second down, Locke over the middle, complete. That's Underwood. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Locke now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's first and 10 here. They'll run on first down. Harrison, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
You're out.
On second and 11 now. Locke buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively.
25, check 25.
Squeeze.
On third down, Locke. And that will be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Watch the safety creep.
And running with power here. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
You ain't doing nothing today. Monday. Shift.
On second down now, McFarland. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Mike 52, Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rosen. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. To come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. Kill. Watch twist.
Go. Ready.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
You might be getting tired of seeing me.
Sure. Hey, lock it.
Check the backer.
Hard.
You go tight. You got.
Hey, Sam off.
Check three. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Shoot.
They do go for it. It's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing now is Locke. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Locke now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go.
Alert 3. Peek in. Check.
On 1st down, Locke eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now a handoff looking right. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Going for a right side here, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check, check.
I got him. Check that. Look, squeeze.
Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Check. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, rock it. Be driven. Be driven.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30, and he'll be taken down at the 26. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Stop your whine.
Monday.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Matchbox lights. Check 9. Quarter.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here we go on 4th down. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Well, they had a gain of 1, then 2, and now 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a give right side. McFarland, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rosen. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Check safety, check safety.
Hey, wahoo! Shift! Watch the shift! Yo, cheetah!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
We own them. Switch it. Come on.
Gone!
Sponge. No. Slam. Watch safety green.
Ready?
Block again here on 2nd and 10.
Check.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
A big loss on the play.
Check.
Brings up 4th down.
Check hot route.
Hard!
Jam. Watch.
Hey, Echo!
Hey, watch the ship.
Block going to go on 4th down. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Middle.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.